Thanks for checking out my artificial grass case study. Today, over the next 10 minutes or so, I'm going to show you how I help sell 12 artificial grass installs with only a £100 budget using Facebook adverts. But first, I'm going to explain a little bit about who I am. My name's Jamie. I'm an ex-FTSE 100 salesman who sold over 1 million over his 3 years working in sales B2B. I've also been a marketer for 5 years and a copywriter, which is a subsect of marketing, where I've sold over £120,000 worth of information products using internet marketing. On top of that, I'm also been doing Facebook ads for the past 2-3 years now, and I helped grow 12 businesses to 6 figures, along with helping many more earn 5 figures. Now, the case study itself, you're going to learn how I generated £10,360 in 1 week, spending just £100. See our new and improved method for saving time with tire kickers. I'm sure if you've been in the business long enough, you've experienced this where you went out to a client and they're just not qualified enough, they don't have the budget, and they waste your time, which is annoying for everyone. I'm going to show you how we avoid that. And on top of this, I'm going to show you how to set this up yourself and start generating a steady flow of new qualified leads. Imagine how great that could be if you could wake up every single day knowing that you're going to have between 5 and 10 leads that you get to call, and a certain percentage of them are going to turn into customers. Stick with me today and I'm going to show you exactly how I set this up for businesses like yours and how you can do it as well. But first, why Facebook ads? Well, to give you an idea, let's compare it to some traditional methods of advertising. With billboards, they set you back between 2 and 3k, and that's just to rent the space. And magazines cost a full 1,600 full page. Again, that's just to rent the space. You'd also need someone to design it and create an offer which would attract people to your business. And the cards here just illustrate the type of traffic or even readers that would pass your advert every single day. Now, on the next page, you can see that there's just one car which is highlighted in the color green, and this is to, make the point that you're paying for 8 cars at this point to pass your billboard, but only one of them is willing to purchase from you. So you're wasting all that money, a lot of money on uninterested customers. And this is where Facebook ads differs. You see, with Facebook ads, you only ever pay to reach your ideal customer. So all these red people here, your advert will never touch them. And that's because we can tell Facebook exactly who to show your targeted message to. So you'd rather be showing your advert to homeowners and not renters, because homeowners take pride in their property, renters don't. It could be people with an interest in DIY and gardening, because they're more likely to be interested in artificial grass and having their home look nice. You could be targeting people by postcode and making sure that only the rich people in your city or your town are seeing your advert. You could be targeting golfers, because I'm sure you've seen the products that you can do with artificial grass, where you can create a bit of a golf pitch and help people practice their putting. So you can do this all inside Facebook ads, which is why it's a lot better and more efficient than newspaper advertising or billboards. So I want you to meet the client, and this is just a very basic Facebook page. You can see here that they've got a couple of inboxes from customers who have got inquiries who he's yet to get back to, and I should probably chase him up on that. But to give you an idea, he posted this, a link to his website, back in September the 11th, 2018, and only 8 people have ever seen this. What this means is he doesn't do much of his Facebook page. He literally only started this a few months ago and hasn't done much advertising yet, but he's still getting a lot of great results, even though he's not very well known in his area. So and actually I've just spotted here on the side, you can see that he hasn't even liked his own Facebook page for his business. But it goes to show how unprepared this guy was and how low he was in terms of a business, and yeah, he's still getting great results. And I'll go on to talk about the results now. So the results themselves, you can see that we spent £107.43, which brought in 30 customer responses, and it cost him £3.98. We first started by spending £10 a day for 2 days just to make sure that the ad was working. Then when we were confident that it was working, we upped it to £40 for the next 2 days just to get him a large influx of business to keep him busy. And that was enough for him for the moment, and I have done since this, gone back and put on more ads for him. And we just turn it on and off as and when he needs. Also, what I like to do is ask my clients how they're getting on with the leads and whether they're converting into clients, because there's no point me generating leads if you don't know what to do with them and if they're not converting. Anyway, this is what I sent to him. Hey Mark, I know you're finishing quotes and following up with people still, but for my own record, could you tell me how many people you closed and how much you generated? Thanks. And this is what he got back and said to me. He went, hey Jamie, it's been brilliant and well worth last week's effort. So far, I closed 12 out of 16 quotes I got out and I brought in £10,360, but still have a couple to chase up. Now, can you see how powerful this can be? And can you imagine having something like this for your own business, which brings in this amount of money very fast in a very, very short time frame? You know, it explodes businesses that have already got a working system. The way I like to see it is Facebook ads and my strategies are like putting oil or petrol on a small bonfire and it just explodes. So if you've got a working business, people are already buying from you and you've got great results, then this is what you need to be really bringing in a lot of money fast. Anyway, let me show you what the actual Facebook ad strategy was. So what we do is we create 3 ad sets. Now what an ad set is a way for you to input demographics of the type of customer you would like to target, and you go after people who are most likely to buy. So I narrow that down to 3 different groups of people. The first ad set that we targeted was homeowners and families age 30 plus. The second one was people with an interest in DIY and gardening aged 30 plus. And the third one was people with an interest in golfing aged 30 plus. Future testing them, I'd like to test showing adverts to pet owners and recently moved. So we show the adverts to homeowners and families because they've got children and they spend a lot of time in the garden. We show it to people with an interest in DIY and gardening because they take pride in their homes. We show it to people with an interest in golf because they can practice putting on the nice smooth grass. And we would show it maybe to pet owners because they hate having muddy paws ruin their furniture, and recently moved because they're already spending money on DIY projects, so they're more likely to be spending money with you too. So this is the advert that I created, and it was Brighton homeowners want a garden with green grass that is the envy of your neighbours, but hate gardening, weeds and mowing. My name's Mark and I'm doing something crazy to promote our artificial grass lawns. When you make an inquiry with me today, I will give you a further 20% off your full order. Just click the learn more button to get started. Our artificial grass lawn promise: 100% pet friendly, no more muddy paws, tidy, hassle free and super easy to clean, 10-year guarantee included with all purchases, safe and fun for children to play on, a golfer's dream grass to practice putting on. If you'd like to secure your 20% discount available for the next 10 days only, simply click the learn more button and tell us about your garden. And this here is a video that I've also created, and it shows the before and afters of the projects that he's worked on. Now that's as simple as your advert really needs to be. You know, it's not too complicated. It talks about the customer and not about your business, and that's a massive thing because people care more about them than they do about you. And if you can get that thing right, you'll be light years ahead of everyone else. And this is what happened. People started messaging at the page, asking for quotes. So you see this first part here, that's actually an automated message. So your page will automatically say that as soon as they click on your advert. And you can see she's inquiring for a quote, just basically trying to find a day or time that you could work, and she responds with the day and the time, and after this she gives more of the details, which obviously I'm not going to show on here. And to give you another example, just to show you it's not a one-hit wonder, sometimes people just leave really short answers, but if it still leads to getting a book time to go out and meet with a client, then perfect. And that's exactly what this did for, what's her name, Pip too. What I like to do also is have my client respond to these messages in the first instance by themselves. So what I mean by that is to do it all automatically and see what works for them. Get into the habit of finding out how to get yourself in their home, and then once they're able to do that, what I can do is find what questions and what answers have been the most repeated and automate the entire thing using a program called ManyChat. And this is the new thing we're doing to qualify our leads further. So as you can see here, there's a lot of lines to lead into a lot of boxes, and this is just it's like if you've ever had one of those create your own stories where you'd read the page and it goes, go to page 269 if you'd like this to happen in the adventure, or go to page 222 if you like that to happen in the adventure. It's a little bit like this, but what it allows you to do is qualify people, ask them about the budget, ask them how serious they are, ask them what the biggest pains are right before you spend your time and go out and see them. So this has been a big game changer for people who are happy to spend a little bit more on leads to get a better, more qualified customer who doesn't waste their time and is more likely to turn into a sale. Now, in an effort to be fully transparent, Facebook ads weren't their only cost. I charge £800 per month and guarantee a minimum of 30 customer opportunities for this. Now, what a customer opportunity is someone who's requested the time for you to come out and quote them. So imagine what you could do with that opportunity, where you have 30 opportunities every single month to go out and try and sell people on your products. All you'd need is one customer to close and you've covered all your advertising costs. 2 people to close and you made a slight profit that month. 3 people to close and this month's been worth it for you. If you close 10 people, then you're in a really good business. Now remember, I'm saying a minimum of 30 people a month. This number could easily be 60, it could easily be 200 customer opportunities per month. It all depends on how many people you can handle and your own budget for this. But if you close the minimum of 30 people, then you could easily take the next few months off. But my goal here is to give my clients such a huge ROI that it just makes sense to do this. And with all new clients, I provide this free for 2 weeks so they can see the work firsthand. And I do this for a couple of reasons. The first reason is it's all well and good me saying this over a slideshow, but until you actually see it work for yourself, then it's one of them you need to see to believe the type of experiences, and I'm offering this. The second reason is hopefully you've made a bit of money before you begin a work agreement with myself. So that's the best scenario, is you've made some money to be able to afford my services, and I've made you money for free pretty much, and I think that's a really good deal. Now, to close this off, I'm going to show the 3 secrets of why my ads work, because if you're like me, you like to understand why things work and not just understand that they do work, if you know what I mean. So the first secret is I focus on pain and gain to sell, while other companies focus on features and price. Now, just to give you an idea, this is one advert that I found, and if you can read it here, it says, another wonderful 2-day professional installation by there, and I blanked out their name. No skips, no mess, all areas professionally cleaned on completion. That part I don't mind, the no skips, no mess, all areas professionally cleaned on completion. Call now or visit our showroom for a free same-day quote. Gives the address. Established in 2009 with hundreds of happy customers, we are the artificial grass specialists. Alright, this ad won't work for a number of reasons. First one is they're using pictures, and whilst that's great and people will scroll through them, videos are better. Videos get people to stop. You're not calling people out here. You're not giving them a list of benefits. All they're doing is talking about them. Me, visit our showroom. We're so great. Get a free same day quote. No one really cares. No one gives a shit, to be quite frank. No one cares that you're established in 2009. All people care about are themselves. Now, if you compare this to the advert that I created, Brighton homeowners, it grabs your attention. If you're living in Brighton and you're a homeowner, you feel like this is written for you. Want a garden with a green grass that has the envy of your neighbours. When you ask people a question, they're forced to answer it. And who doesn't want a garden that is the envy of the neighbours, but hate gardening, weeds and mowing? So that's the pain there, and the green grass that is the envy of your neighbours is the gain. So we haven't even mentioned artificial grass at this point. We're literally selling them on what they want, and what they want is a garden which is beautiful without all the work. It just so happens that artificial grass is the way that they're going to get this. Anyway, my name's Mark and I'm doing something crazy to promote our artificial grass lawns. When you make an inquiry with me today, I will give you a further 20% off your full order. Now, all this is an offer, and you can be as creative as you want to be with your offers. You don't just always have to give a reduction in price. What you can do is say 3 squared meters and get the fourth one free, but you do need an offer to get people to respond. Anyway, just click the learn more button to get started. So you want to tell them exactly what to do, and it has to be easy. Don't tell them to give you a call because people get scared. Don't tell them to visit your shop because they're likely to forget in between the time of seeing this advert and going to your shop. So make it very easy. Anyway, our artificial grass lawns promise 100% pet friendly, no more muddy paws, tidy, hassle free, 10-year guarantee included with all purchases, safe and fun for children to play on, a golfer's dream grass to practice putting on. If you'd like to secure your 20% discount, available for the next 10 days only, simply click the learn more button and tell us about your garden. Now, how easy is that? That is all customer focused. It's focused on them, and I've only used the word artificial grass once. I haven't mentioned what the company does or how long they've been there, but this works because this ad is targeted towards them. It's not trying to big up the company and be really egotistical and be like, look how great we are, we're the specialists, we deserve your business. No, that's how you advertise wrong, but how I do it is how you advertise right. Now, secret number 2 is use slideshow videos of before and afters of your recent projects. As I said before, videos are a really great way of showcasing your business, what you can do for people, and it's a great way of advertising as it gets more people's attention. It's a cheaper way of advertising and it costs less to show people videos, and people respond better to them. The last secret is have them click through to your messenger and contact them ASAP. So we have people contact you through your page's messenger because it's easy to talk to them. You don't need to collect the number or their email address and start calling or texting them and hoping to get a response from them. Most people check the Facebook page's inbox daily, and if you contact them ASAP as soon as possible, you greatly increase the chance of generating a sale. The longer you leave it, the less chance you have of making that sale. And there's a few reasons for it that I won't go into at the moment, but bear that in mind. Now let me just quickly recap for you before I finish on my final point. 12 artificial grass installs in 1 week of advertising for £100 ad spend. This brought in around £10,360 in sales. That's a really fast way of getting business in. Facebook is the best place to advertise because you can target your customer and only pay to show your advert to a specific customer. So not only is it cheaper, it's more efficient. You can target homeowners, families, golfers, DIYers, and pet owners. Next, you want to send people to a Facebook page messenger because it's easier to contact them. And lastly, your advert needs to focus on them and pain and gain. So what they can gain from it, and move them away from any pain point. So less mess, less time in the garden, more time enjoying it, etc. And don't talk about your business and how great you are. Sure, always show the testimonials you have of other people saying how great you are, but never directly say this yourself. Now, before you go, let me ask you this question. Would you like help doing this? Taking this simple system and putting it into practice for your own business, where you have a consistent flow of new leads every single day. Just imagine what you could do with that opportunity. You could grow your business, you could hire employees, you could maybe grow the awareness or work in new cities or towns outside of your own reach. And if you would like, I could help you with this. All you need to do is book a strategy call by clicking the button below. Now, I'm happy to create a plan of action for you for free, and you can take with this and run with it without me having to implement any of it. All I'd ask is that obviously whenever you get the chance, pay it back to me. And what I mean by pay it back to me is refer me to people. When people ask you why you're doing so good or how you manage to learn like advertising for your own business, send me over a customer and I'm happy to do this for you. Or the other alternative is hire me to run it for you. If you want a professional who will guarantee his work, just like you guarantee your own work to your own clients, then click the button below and let's schedule a call and discuss this further with you. But anyway, I just want to say thanks for watching if you stuck it out to the end. If you do have any questions on this that maybe I didn't highlight and you want some specific answers, contact me on any of the details you can see on the screen right now. Anyway, thanks for your time.